I'm hearing that Take-Two is actually questioning if they are under monetizing their users. If you don't know what monetizing is, this all has to do with microtransactions. And if you are a fan of Grand Theft Auto 5, then you would know all about this, nickel and diming practice that they have going on. I mean, you can't really knock the hustle because they just keep buying their shit. So I can't really get mad at it. I can't. But there was a meeting of sorts for the investors and shareholders that Rockstar actually, I guess, facilitated, or they had some sort of meeting or whatever you want to call it. And I don't know how to pronounce his last name, but you can look this up. It was actually from The Escapist. At least there was a post on The Escapist forums there. Basically, what you would do is you would look up Take-Two CEO says the company is under monetizing its users. You can search that up. Um, so, a couple of key points here. They state this is what his name is Strauss. I do know that. They state, and this is a quote for them: "We are convinced that we are probably, from an industry's view, under monetizing on a per user basis. There is wood to chop because I think we can do more, and we can do more without interfering with our strategy of being the most creative and our ethical approach, which is delighting consumers." That is a quote. That's a quote from them. He also states here that you can't give stuff away for free. There is no business model in that. And we are not trying to optimize the monetization of anything or everything that we do to the nth degree. My concern is if you do that, the consumer knows. They might not even know that they know, but they feel it. And then the last thing, this is the little cherry on top here. They state, "We're not going to grab the last nickel." So this was last year. And this is their plans. This is their hardcore. This is their plans for their games going forth. This is what they want to do, and unfortunately, this is the new wave. Every time you allow this to happen, every time there is a game that promotes microtransactions. Every time that there's a game that promotes microtransactions, you are most definitely allowing it to happen. Every time. And it really is a shame. I get that, this pay to win model that people just don't have time to grind and stuff like that, but there are also developers that are forcing this 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 I don't know what you would call it, this flow, this mindset that, you know what, I had enough. I had an absolute enough. I don't want to grind for this. They're deliberately making their games very grindy, so you can go onto their websites and their stores and buy your way past these points. It started, Call of Duty is the most known. They consistently do this back to back to back to back to back. They don't care how it looks. They're going to do it regardless of what you think. That's just how they are. And I mean, back in 2011 and 2012, my friend just kept buying Call of Duty games over and over and over again. And I was like, what the fuck? Why do you keep doing it? And he was like, well, I mean, it's a tradition. So, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of monetization. I mean, I understand their hustle. I get it. But what else is alarming is Rockstar in general. I mean, I was playing their online, and it's a fucking mess. Take a look at this clip real quick. I actually got stuck in a level, so I'm gonna shut up and I'm gonna talk about it afterwards.
Alright, man, because I'm about to throw a cocktail at you.
Yeah, I'm recording this shit too. There's
You
shit
should
in here.
report it.
this glitchy ass game. Yo, I can't even kill myself, man. What the fuck? This is some horse shit, yo. There are a lot of issues with Red Dead Redemption Online, and everyone likes to say, oh, it's been 10 years. 10 years and they crafted a masterpiece. Basically, what Red Dead Online is the entire map that is sectioned off that the developer believes that is a good playing area. There are a lot of glitches. There are animation glitches. I actually phased through this building trying to collect, I believe, a shotgun. So I couldn't get out. There's no kill yourself option. There's no way of phasing out of this. So I was stuck in there trying to make as much noise as possible. I even tried to shoot these things to see if I could burn myself to death to get out of it. There's no way of doing it. You know, like you have like the suicide, option. Just for these times, if something like this happens, there's none of that. The shotgun or the weapons are completely unbalanced. Or we're not even going to talk about like the economy in the game. That's been talked about to death. You guys already know. Well, I'll touch upon it. You guys should already know that the economy is ridiculous. No, you can't go to the store right now. You cannot go to the store. But at the same time, like, you can kind of see where they're going. It takes a lot of grinding to get anything, really. There was times where I was actually trying to buy ammunition, because you have to buy ammunition based off of the points that you accrue when you are playing multiplayer, which is very, very slow. People say that maybe you should play with the co-op mission and stuff like that. And try to get because apparently you get money and stuff like that. None of this is explained. It's just a mess. The weapons are completely unbalanced. They're completely unbalanced. The animations, they tend to get stuck on things. It plays way clunkier than Grand Theft Auto. There's a lot of little objects that will stop you from, traversing properly. And then you get stuff like this where you either fall through the level or phase through, and this is me actually trying to look for a way out. But you either get like stuck in a level, you get stuck in animations. It is extremely laggy. And there's not a lot of options either. There's no real options. I mean, yeah, it's bare bones, but for multiplayer, like, I don't understand. Like, you had Grand Theft Auto 5 and 4 to a degree to get this shit right, and it's bare bones. Like, why is it in beta? Like, I get the weapon balancing. I get that because it's a different, you don't have rocket launchers or helicopters or anything like that, and that's fine. But just regular options like switching to teams, you have to do all these menu gymnastics to get from one place to another. Now, you can't seamlessly add your friend into your world. You have to go through so many, animations. I believe you even, for parties in game. I think if you want to make a permanent like clan or group, you gotta pay for that, like with real fucking money, in order for it to stick. You have temporary ones where the game like logs off, or as soon as you log off, it breaks the party up, and then you have permanent ones. Like, this game is wholeheartedly designed to take your money. That's exactly what this game is trying to do. It is there to take your money. I don't understand why this game was in development for 10 years and the multiplayer is so bare bones, so broken, so glitchy. This is a stark contrast between the actual mission or the actual single player and multiplayer. And this is the way I got out the room. I had to die. I had to make so much noise so I can get out of there. And the aim assist is really bad too. So there's a lot of things that is wrong with the game, and it's like everyone wants to give praise to it and stuff like that, and they just overlooked all of the flaws because it's a Rockstar game. I think eventually this game is probably going to be the game that makes people realize, like, yeah, this is unacceptable. But anyway, let me know in the comments what you think about the video, what you liked about the video, what you disliked about the video, and if you liked it, a sub would be greatly appreciated.